"I can't think of a single unnecessary shot," said legendary US critic Roger Ebert in his review of the film that is my BFI player choice this week, a mid-50s classic from French filmmaker Robert Bresson, who won the Best Director award at Cannes for A Man Escaped.
C'était peu de choses, bien sûr, que de passer dans le couloir. J'avais aussi un but.
Subtitled "The Wind Bloweth Where It Listeth," in reference to a passage from John's Gospel, A Man Escaped is adapted from French resistance fighter André de Vigny's memoir, A Man Condemned to Death Has Escaped. De Vigny had been imprisoned by occupying German forces during the Second World War and had proved a thorn in the side of the Nazis, making several breakout attempts before being sentenced to execution, although even this did not stop him. Bresson too had been a prisoner of the Germans, and so de Vigny's book struck a chord with the filmmaker, whose film opens with a chilling acknowledgement that 7,000 prisoners died at the hands of the Nazis in the Montluc prison where the story is set. François Leterrier, a philosophy student at the Sorbonne, leads the non-professional cast. He stars as Fontaine, who studies his cell and his imprisonment as closely as the filmmaker's camera. Through it, we learn the architecture of his days, his stoical resistance to authority, his refusal to abandon his struggle, and his methodical planning of a way to escape. But can his plan succeed even as his death sentence looms? And can he trust the new cellmate whose arrival coincides with the reading of that sentence? Ebert likened the experience of watching A Man Escaped to learning a lesson in the cinema, adding that it teaches by demonstration all the sorts of things that are not necessary in a movie. By implication, it suggests most of the things we're accustomed to are superfluous. Well, that's a brilliant description of Bresson's stripped-down masterpiece, on which de Vigny himself served as an advisor, and which became the first part of a loose prison trilogy that would include 1959's Pickpocket and 1962's The Trial of Joan of Arc. When Godard saw A Man Escaped, he declared that Bresson was to French cinema what Mozart was to German music and Dostoevsky was to Russian literature. Watch the film and find out why.
À l'intérieur, aucune ronde, aucune garde.